Welcome to Around the Track, the most exciting 15 minutes in wealth management by Dynasty Financial Partners and hosted by CEO Shirl Penney.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Around the Track, the most exciting 15 minutes in wealth management. I'm your host, Shirl Penney, founder and CEO of Dynasty Financial Partners, and I'm super excited about today's episode because I'm joined by Leslie Dentinger, who by the time this show airs will be our newly appointed Chief Technology Officer. So first, Leslie, congratulations on the promotion. Very well deserved.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for sitting down and having this conversation. You've seen the first 3 seasons. Now we're in season 4, so you know there's only one rule. We're going to try to make our way around the virtual track together in less than 15 minutes. I'm going to ask you 8 rapid-fire questions. Each one of those represents an eighth of a mile to make up the full 1-mile oval around the virtual track. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. So how you break from the gate, in life and in racing matters a lot. So let me give you hopefully a nice, easy one to break out of the gate strong. Tell the audience about yourself and your career journey.
Awesome. So starting off on a personal note, I am an avid equestrian. I've been riding and competing since I was around 4 years old. So
different kind of track.
A different kind of track, but do love the theme of our conversation today. And then pivoting to the professional side, I started my career in financial services, held a number of different roles, but really found my passion at the intersection of technology, product development, and process improvement. And so I've spent the past decade or so helping advisors through technology serve their clients and meet their financial goals of achieving stability. And as we know how important that is, in the overall well-being of a person, it's something that I find critically important and really motivates me when I come into the office every day.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that you come into our office every day here at Dynasty. Speaking of which, it's coming up on 3 years since you joined the firm. Talk a little bit about why Dynasty. You had a lot of options, but why did you decide to partner with us here at Dynasty?
100%. Well, first of all, I am a native of sunny St. Pete, Florida, where Dynasty is headquartered. So I'm really proud and honored to be able to come in and do what I love to do every day in my hometown. And as Dynasty is on a journey to evolve our technology offering and really leverage it to help our clients build better businesses and take great care of their clients and ultimately live out the American dream, that's extremely exciting for me. And I can't think of a better place to be to really accelerate my own professional growth and achieve results for the business.
So helping our advisor clients take better care of their clients and build better businesses. So I love that. Let me just build upon that with our next question. We talk a lot about the importance of tech enabling all aspects of your business, which will really allow for scale and growth over time. What do you see, your team's role in terms of helping our advisor network firms grow?
It's a good question. And I know it's no secret to you and other entrepreneurs that it takes a ton of work to stand up and ultimately grow a successful business. And in our industry, whether you are growing organically, through new wallet share or new client acquisition, or inorganically through advisor recruitment and M&A, those are activities that take a lot of effort, attention, and time. And as time is most often our scarcest resource, it's extremely important to us that our advisors aren't spending that valuable time doing things like technology vendor management or figuring out the best way to connect their performance reporting and their financial planning tools. Those are activities that we can take off of their plate. And so that's really the first way in standing up their technology stack that we can allow our clients ultimately to focus on growth and the business. And then the second piece of that is at Dynasty, we've been focused on building tools in places where we see gaps in the marketplace to help our clients who are business owners who happen to be advisors be more efficient and effective. And so as an example, our analytics suite, which we call CEO Analytics, combs all of the data for our clients and serves up a very important answer to the question, how is my business doing? And pairing that with some of the other technology tools that we're in the process of rolling out, the name of the game is saving time And we believe that that ultimately pays dividends, and that's how we're enabling our clients to focus on growing the business.
Yeah. So look, one of my favorite things to do is sit down with you and the team of engineers to look at some of our new proprietary technology that we're bringing online. But then one of the biggest challenges for us as we're looking to be the most integrated suite of technology services and platforms for advisors in terms of integrating client connectivity tools, asset management related tools, business management tools, having a robust data lake that powers all three of those components. There's just a lot there to integrate, right? So tell us a little bit about how you and the team are approaching that integration and why it's so important.
So our mission, as you know very well, is to deliver synthetic scale to our clients. And we like to take our own advice that we give to them, which is when you can find an outsourced partner that meets your needs, it has all the things that you need to perform a particular function or task, run with it and leverage that outsourced power. But then when there is a gap and you can't find a particular technology tool in this case to do what you need to do, build it. And so that is really the approach that we have taken when we're considering how we construct our own technology environment, both for our clients and ultimately for ourselves. And then from there, as we're looking at plugging some of these gaps through our own engineering efforts, what's critically important to us is that there are tools that we may be able to pivot slightly for our own benefit, right? And look at places where technologies can deliver operational scale for Dynasty Corporate. So we do that as well. And I'll give you an example. Dynasty Protect is a tool that we developed recently to help advisors efficiently and securely collect data from their prospects as they're going through their engagement. And in looking at it, we realized that with some slight modifications, we could leverage it really effectively in Dynasty's proprietary transitions process to collect data.
Digital onboarding.
With digital onboarding, exactly.
Love
So
it.
collecting client data, opening up accounts faster, which is really a win-win when it comes to Dynasty and ultimately the network firms that we're helping to serve. So it's thoughtful application of the places that we are performing engineering work, and it's all coming together in an ecosystem that is integrated very, very thoughtfully with that combination of best-in-breed partner technologies and tools that we've developed in-house.
Got it. Love that. One of the many things that when we started talking early on, even before you joined the company, and certainly has been reinforced since, is you really are passionate about and really love working with advisors. And you have a great advisory board of advisors. I know you spend a fair amount of time with them. And one of the things I always hear you talking to your team about is, this sounds great, but how is this going to be applied in the field in terms of the advisor experience? Right? Talk a little more about why the advisor experience you feel is such an important focus for you.
Absolutely. Well, we always start off any project asking ourselves, what problem are we solving for our clients by pursuing this particular endeavor? And forget about my perspective on the advisor experience for a minute. I'll tell you what our clients are telling me, which is keep it simple, make it fast, make it secure, and take the things out of my way that are preventing me from focusing on the high value activities of servicing my clients and building my business. So we've kept both of those, all of those things in mind as we're constructing the next generation of our technology platform, which we're rolling out now. So imagine you log in the morning to your Dynasty single pane of glass, and all of the information pertaining to an advisor's day, their clients, their business, their investments, their community has been curated behind the scenes, powered by their choice of best-in-class technology. But Dynasty has done the work of stitching all of that together in a way that the information and the insights are curated very, very cleanly and efficiently. So advisors can get right to work and do what they need to do to build the business. And so, the other piece, obviously, of the advisor experience is how it connects ultimately with the end client and the investor. And I think the industry as a whole has a ways to go in terms of delivering that utopian experience where the connectivity is super seamless and the advisor's brand, their voice, their ideas are right in their client's pocket on the phone. But knowing that's the goal and ultimately where we want to get, it's a place that Dynasty is spending a lot of time looking. So that we're ready to capitalize on new opportunities that show up in that space.
Yeah, one of our cultural attributes is we like to talk more about what we've done, not about what we're going to do. But that was a good little teaser in terms of what we aspire to be in terms of the connector from a tech enablement standpoint between the advisor and their client. So more on that later. So let's zoom back here for a moment and let's take kind of a macro view, because I know you spend a lot of time with your industry peers, CTOs at other firms, and you're kind of a student of the space, as you should be. Kind of looking out there, what are some major shifts that you see coming within the tech landscape, and what are some things that that we and you and the team are doing to kind of get in front of that right now?
Right. Well, it would be practically sacrilegious these days to have a conversation about technology and not make a nod to artificial intelligence and the impact that it's having in the space, and that we expect that it will continue to have over time. And as our business is very human-centric, relationship-based, our perspective is that the real power will come in unlocking productivity, so that, again, this is sort of the theme of the conversation here, advisors can focus on those really high-value activities.
Right.
And the AI can be an enabler, really, of the human machine. So that's a place that we're paying a lot of attention, and what we know is that for AI to actually be deployed effectively, it really comes back to having good data, good, clean data that is organized well, so that the AI can help curate and make good decisions. And so that's the starting point, and that's a place where we have already been spending and investing, as you know, a lot of time and energy. And then part two of that will perhaps emerge as the most important theme around data is making sure that you've got really, really crisp data governance, data privacy practices in place, so that as you are deploying these different AI solutions, you know where your client's data is going, you know how your client's data is being used, and that it's protected. And so, with all of that coming together, it's a huge focus for Dynasty. You mentioned before our data lake that we continue to build out and are really focused on making sure that it's a secured environment, so that when the next best AI opportunity comes to play, we are ready to capitalize on it.
Awesome. All right, so we're in the final stretch here,
all right?
So just two questions remain. So we put out a research piece in partnership with F2, and they looked at a lot of industry data that they pulled together, and the focus was to try to look at some of the benefits of outsourcing, but tangible benefits, whether it resulted in more enhanced profitability, which would result in more income, but also enterprise value increase in the business. Would it also free up more time, as you were saying earlier, to be with clients or to go get new clients, which means they're growing faster. And I didn't know what to expect when I got the report from F2, and I was pleasantly surprised at how clear the gap was, what we call the Dynasty Delta, between firms that are powered by Dynasty versus those that are not, right? In terms of the ability to grow faster, to have more integration, to have larger enterprise value, et cetera. So I know you and I have had a number of conversations about that report, but I'd love to have you share a few of your big takeaways from that piece as well.
Absolutely. It was, I would agree, very exciting to see in black and white the benefits that an RIA can achieve through an outsourced partnership with a firm like Dynasty. And so I think a simple but powerful example that really resonated with me is that Dynasty firms who are under the 2 billion AUM mark, around 80% of them employ fewer people but are still growing faster. I mean, that really speaks for itself, and how technology plays a role there. We sort of touched on it earlier. There are a ton of options out there for constructing your technology stack as an RIA. And there are cheaper options than Dynasty that are objectively less feature rich, don't have all the bells and whistles, and certainly not the amount of flexibility. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, you could choose to try to construct a technology stack like Dynasty's, but the data shows that's going to be cost prohibitive if you're under the $2 billion in AUM mark, right? So the option that we've put forth in Dynasty's tech stack really, we believe, strikes that balance appropriately as part of the growth story that we are seeing in the numbers. And it leaves us really energized and excited to keep doing what we're doing, powering the growth of our clients.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing it candidly go even much higher than the $2 billion that you mentioned. We have a number of clients coming on now, as you well know, that are larger than that, and they're looking to outsource a lot of their middle and back office and technology function to us. So I think the benefit and value of outsourcing to a scaled service provider like Dynasty is only going to increase on a go-forward basis. Just quickly for any of the listeners, if they would like a copy of the Dynasty Delta report, just go to our website, Dynasty F as in financial, P as in partners.com, and we'll be happy to send you a copy of the report. All right, last question, and as we're getting ready to cross the finish line here, it's the same question I ask all the guests on Around the Track, and it's about a big goal that in racing we have the Triple Crown. It's a goal that is seemingly unattainable. It's way out there. The whole team, whether it's the owner, the jockey, the trainer, everyone is working together to try to attain that goal. So if you look out, whatever time frame works for you, whether it's a couple years or 5 years down the road, what is that big, incredibly meaningful goal that's a stretch goal that you're going to go for?
It's a great question. So when I think Triple Crown, I think a series of big wins.
Right.
I won't say unattainable, but certainly aggressive and fueled by a ton of hard work and investment in talent. And so if I draw a parallel to our universe, to my universe, I'll take it in 3 parts to stay on theme with Triple Crown. So the first one for me would be completing the rollout of our next gen technology platform. And our clients will be calling you, but they won't be bragging on any particular feature or function or tool. What they'll be talking to you about is all of the newfound time that they've discovered to focus on what matters most. And that will be, the big win for me there. And then second, on the topic of talent and continuing to invest in it, our plan is to continue to fill key roles across a technology organization spanning our IT and cybersecurity, our professional services team, and our product and engineering group, so that we've got the expertise in-house to really propel Dynasty to be seen as the ultimate easy button for technology across all those lanes. And then finally, number 3, on a personal note, as I am less than a month away from becoming a new mom, first-time mom, I'm very excited about that, but the big win will be achieving those goals while carving out, a new flavor of work-life integration and taking on a role that, frankly, is the most important one that I'll play in this lifetime as a new parent.
Yeah, well, look, I am excited to see the Dynasty family growing, and at some point down the road, you'll be able to show your son this video, right? Maybe his first camera appearance, so to speak. So, Leslie, thank you so much for the partnership. Congratulations again. First and foremost, on a healthy birth coming up. Congratulations on your promotion to Chief Technology Officer. And thank you to all of you for tuning in again for another episode of Around the Track.